first thing is the conditional acceptance of GH Subdivision. It's the 4-lot subdivision on Harding, extension of Harding. They've got it in condition that we can offer them conditional acceptance. Sounds good.
Relocate, so it's easy forces.
Next is amendment number 15 for Great West Engineering. This is to provide the engineering and the construction inspections for the new leachate pond that we're going to have to do as part of the DEQ. That's ready to say. And inspection. At least this one has some inspection in it for that project. On DEQ, there is a meeting today with Great West and DEQ out of my office to talk about self-work and what we're going to have to do to operate. Get into it yet. They're trying some of the leachate overfill problems that we have to it, and just running out of room. So we really need to figure out what's going to happen. This leachate pond will likely be part of it, but we also need some time to be able to construct it before winter starts. Otherwise, how do we construct it in the winter? So that is a big discussion with them. Blair wants me to ask if he can, so in next budget cycle, he asked for 2 positions. He would like to see if you're willing to let him hire one of those positions now. I think that's what we put in numbers for one, not both for one. Okay. We'll probably, it wouldn't be a problem hiring them now. I think we could hire them in others. Okay. But it's just for the one position. Okay.
And I think one of the reasons we did that is he had one that he wasn't aware he had that he never built. Okay. So
he still has room for 2. One and one. I think we just one. Just build one. Oh, we didn't approve of the new one.
I don't know. We have. Well, take a look at that. See what we did.
Quick update on Bear Creek, the engineering company and the geotech engineering company, and we're going to be up there at the site tomorrow. So they're going to start going on their investigation tomorrow. There's a whole of other stuff. They'll be scheduling when to bring in a drill rig and building a pad and stuff like that. So that's getting going as fast as we can.
What are you going to do with them?
Tomorrow, we meet at some of the parking lot at 10. And we'll go up the ATV trail. I did drive up that ATV trail yesterday. Did you? Yeah, just to make sure that
any trailers
go up there. I did not see anybody on it when I went through, but there's been people with trailers on it. I guess
program. Yeah, one lady stopped at the church told me that she came back to the razor and had to be around 5 different trailers.
There's a sign there that says no trailers allowed.
boat trailers, all over boat trailers.
So they're one in collapse.
And it is, I wouldn't take photo of that.
Those are all the rentals. Those are full of people who are trailing interested.
Wanted to read you just a little bit of information about, so we got some information about the Peterbilt pump truck that we had ordered. They're still working on the dump body. The dump body is 6 to 8 weeks lead time. But the parallel lift system for the plow is 300 days lead time for the plow. 300 days.
It's a really big plow.
Well,
It's not special.
but not special.
300 days.
300 days. And it's like, if we can't find an alternative or something on the 300 days, it doesn't help us do the truck in the wintertime because we can't plow it.
Well, Francis Rice, it's on planning on the commission. They have 10-minute plow a month early. So it's their house.
Have them drive all the roads. Couple other things that are tied up with the budget. Blair wants to get answered on the grinder, the lease purchase option, and see whether we can get going on that. But that's what he's coming for. Look at that spreadsheet. And the other is another haul truck, off-road haul truck, for Peterson landfill to continue to do the dirt. He's got a 1-year rental, a 2-year rental, and a 3-year rental. And he wants to kind of get an answer as far as whether this is the guy.
Is that the bigger one?
These are the bigger ones with the great big, well, I mean, they're off-road, great big huge tires. They don't get flat tires.
And that's the one we can look at the spreadsheet and see what we got in there and these different options. So,
those are most of what I have to talk about. So there's other things going on. We talked about the Intermountain Bison plant. I delivered a letter to them. DEQ's been aware of it. DEQ notified them. We told them that it was a confused employee. However, it happened 3 days in a row. So that's not what we do. But that's what they told DEQ, and that's what DEQ reported back to me, and that, I forwarded on to them.
yeah, they were just looking for a closer call. See what it does. And then having more fun. Because you wouldn't take them on top of the.
Great. So they put it on the road. That's what I have. I don't know that I have a whole lot else to go over. So
Is it just in?
it's going. It's been a steep learning curve for the operator of it. He wasn't the main operator. Our main operator he was working concrete at home before chip seal started, and he got lye on his pants and then got wet, so he got severe third-degree burns on his leg. He's still out on that. He had to do a bunch of skin grafts. So we had an alternative person trying to learn how to run the ship. So that's gonna, if you have
$1
one
about 2 for it's got a pretty extended pile.
but it's burning. They're out on 81st. if there's any way you can get the farmers, yeah. There's a lot of water on the roads out there. And when we try to do a chip seal, the water being over the roads, it doesn't stay, it doesn't stick, it won't work.
So what do you do? Are you not contacting the landowner?
They try to contact the landowners as much as possible, but sometimes they shut it off and then turn it back on before we're even done. I don't know, it's a serious issue with water on the road out there, and we've about had enough of it. It's like, fine, I just won't sit go to the road out and all do this.
I really do. I understand both sides of it. We sent a letter out, 2-3 years ago, ever. It has time to send another one. I think to cover the car. Leased properties that are roads that have the address. Most of it out there now is 80% ground.
And that's the one we got a hold of with Dustin Clayton. And he's leasing to the Nicholson on the corner of 16th West. Yeah. And they got it shut off in a little bit. There's only so much water on the road that they almost have to dry it out before we go through and ship it. We're just supposed to throw it on.
I mean, we could send another letter that honestly, it puts me in a bad way because my water's going to hit the road sometimes.
Yeah.
I know it does. Well, if I can get the wind not to blow the road, we can set the water, not water the roads.
There's a gym online. Can you hear us?
But I don't blame KR for being upset about it because I don't know trouble with others.
There was one other item on the agenda. I did not put it there. It's to discuss city tax. And I don't know if pretty crap. Thank you for this.
I think I see that.
You ran away? Well, I noticed Highway 26 gets watered a lot.
Yeah.
On this lower end. So
Yeah.
now there's nothing. I worry about the other end of certainly where it's not getting the water over it. Right. It's all blowing. That's Foster's. I remember now when we did this, we pretty much got all the which is that you're not going to use this to get more expanded. That's pretty restrictive.
So this is that guy that wants to buy it.
Yeah, well, we need to advertise based on who's eligible. Yeah. And how many division rights, and we'll get Dustin that might help with the work at the site. So who can find out who's eligible? Pretty much any of these. We can't transfer one to one. So we've got those identified. Which ones have eligible promotion? That's amongst the value.
And you and I have already been through this, but why are we doing it? Just for the revenue? I mean, what good to Bongo County? Just the revenue.
Yeah.
let's just see what it works.
Yeah, it's like, I mean,
When you transfer those, I think those things need to be 1, 7, the way they were started. To be on the shop. We made it more sure we play this.
really, it's not in that. So there's one less on this side of the parcel. I did want to give you two. I've been going back and forth with Lance and Blair on this. I still need to talk to Weston about it. This is just kind of the first draft of possible ordinance for disposal of wind turbines and solar equipment. So excellent.
Oh, I got that up there before. I think the penalty that you have there, if it's only $300, those windmill turbine people are gonna say, well, just pay the $300 because it's gonna cost
Yeah.
way less.
The reason I put that in there, probably what we're going to talk to Scott and Weston or somebody about is what we can actually put the penalty at.
Yeah.
Because that penalty section in the statute limits us to $1,500.
If you keep it as a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
But you can also do an escalation on that. The first time 300, the second time it's more, the third time it's
Which way it's there.
Or
Or we
something
could
like
just
that.
assign it one penalty there.
Why can't you just say it's not allowed?
And you could too, and just remove the penalty.
Yeah, we've got the staff there.
We do have the staff there, and that's Blair was kind of asking, why don't we just make this a policy, it's like, people won't be allowed, you can't bring them here, you can't drop them
That
off.
was what, and I think if we did that, we could honestly take the penalty off and just leave it as the policy that you can't dispose of it or the ordinance. I'll allow them to be.
Well,
in your county.
And I think the challenge comes of it's just the policy. If there's not staff there and it does get dropped off, then they're not there to say, no, you can't come here. And it's there, then what happens? But if there's a fine or a penalty or something like that,
Well, they have to go around the close the gate.
most of the time the gate is closed. Most of the time. There have been instances where it's been forgotten to be locked. Most of the time.
Because you wouldn't have a heart attack after you buy it.
Usually not, because they're gonna be bringing multiple things.
And then we should have someone down the avenue. Penalties. And require them to keep it up. I mean, I don't know how you word all that.
Yeah, we hadn't, like I said, I just sent this to Lance this morning with the penalties and it was on over yesterday, so we hadn't had a kind of conversation about that. I was just throwing that in there. Yeah. What's on the statute.
I just don't think this company should be violates like that. Not the risk.
I think if we have an ordinance, I think most of them will tend to follow it. But if it's defined as only $300, well, it's fine.
What's that do with local little folks? We have a number of little ones to put up during the drains that are not functional, and they should be torn down. Same thing. They gotta find something.
Yeah, they gotta find where I can go with solar panels.
And the solar panels are a lot easier to recycle than the dirt employees. Yeah, if you want, it hasn't figured out where, if you want to do a penalty, I'm fine with that, so you know what I think is reasonable, but, or what we can look at. Yeah.
Maybe ask Scott what the recourse is if we don't have a penalty and they violate.
That's, if we're gonna have it as an ordinance, I think there ought to be a penalty. I just don't know what it looks like. If we're gonna do it as a policy and try to deal with the policy, then we don't need the ordinance, but there's not a lot of teeth in that ordinance.
I think it's better for our end to do this ordinance want to do the projects, we can require them as part of their decommissioning, like, show us where they're gonna dispose of them when they're done. So that's why I like that, but, yeah, let's just figure out and maybe chat with Blair what you think a reasonable penalty is, and maybe have to check with Scott and see what's enforceable on that, so.
He ran away as soon as he got texted.
I sent him a message that said that he did something and he got off, so I just want to
Listen.
set up here, listen.
Yes. He wouldn't lie about his name.
I think it'll be good to get this done, and then if that forces them to do something, I think that's good.
What should you get started with?
For our basement.
See what?
Is basement done, or
No, we always,
You can move over there once our basement's done.
carpet should be on the 11th. I was ready to stack up installation. That's it.
okay, good.
So. Inside August.
All plans. Austin went out there and looked at that gravel pit, and they're right up to 1,200 feet. So they haven't gone past it, so he's gonna send them a notice to go beyond that. Here's the conditions. That's gonna be for the turn lanes, which would,
Sunrock, Jake, there used to be Stoopies.
It's down road out construction up on 100.
just the short time he was out there, he's in 4 trucks.
Yeah, I was seriously there for 5 minutes and there was 4 trucks came into there.
Oh, that's what
I called her off her farmer yesterday.
you say.
I got to get full for about 15 minutes. I said, sorry, I know it's not your fault. I just said, Robert, we're doing what we can, so I want to call and touch base with you. And I understand you're frustrated, but I already sent them their notice yesterday, so I certified mailed that last night before I left. So they know when they go past these ballpark.
Steve, so basically no conditions of use. We've granted that, which we should have done. That was a big concern, it was neighbors, like we always have, average of operation. No mitigation for traffic. Of course, they indicate that they would always have 6 to 8 trucks a day coming out of there. 8 per 5 minutes. And that's took into account of about 120 trips a day.
It was probably averaged out a little bit higher than that. The day that Friday, either Saturday or Sunday, to one whole lot in that average. So taking those days out, it was close to 160 a day.
Yeah, there's a lot of traffic out there. So, yeah, Robert wasn't very happy. I listened to him and just told him sorry, something to do with him. So, no, it's not your fault, I was frustrated. It's okay.
Yeah. Steve represented that there would be conditions put on that, and then